Bobbers, I'm Jack the Greek and welcome back for another one of my videos. Today on the CrossRay BBQ, you've guessed it right, we're cooking a young spring lamb. Yes, it's 7 kilos of lamb, just like that. We're not going to cut it up, we're going to cook it whole. And some of you may traditionally cook it on the rotisserie, on the spit, Easter, Christmas, but here's a little spring lamb. It's around 7.5 kilos. I'm going to show you how we can cook it whole on the CrossRay BBQ. Why not? Let's give it a go. What we're going to do with this beautiful lamb is we're going to salt, pepper, oregano, bit of olive oil and plenty of lemon, and we're going to put it in a tray and leave it in the CrossRay BBQ on low for around 2.5 hours. After about an hour and a half, we're going to add the potatoes for the kids. But hey, we've had many challenges, and the challenges has been, can you cook a lamb Jack the Greek on the CrossRay BBQ? Not just a bit of lamb, but a whole lamb. So today, we're going to see if we can meet that challenge. So the first thing we're going to do is clear some space. Just like this. Never let anything over, because we have to get our tray. And our tray is just here. A nice big tray. So, before we put it on, we're just going to hold it there and get some beautiful glad baked paper, just like that. And we're going to cut it and put it in there. We're going to put a couple of those to make sure that all the juices stay in, it's quite windy, stay in the tray, just like this. And we don't want to let the lamb touch the tray because we want it to cook nicely and not lose the skin. So I'm going to hold it there, I'm just going to put it in, just like that, and put it up here. And now we start getting ready to paste it and get it ready. Now, what we're going to do is make the secret Greek traditional marinade that you do for a lamb on the spit. And of course, you use olive oil. Put your olive oil in like this, just like that. Put your mix of salt, pepper and oregano that you've had before. A couple of pinches is probably enough for that, just like that. And of course, our lemoni. So we'll grab some lemons. Probably going to need about 3. Usually it's 50% oil and 50% lemons. So we'll just keep doing that just there like that. And we'll do another one here. They're quite juicy, these ones. So it's working beautifully. There we go. And one more. And then what we'll do, once we've pasted it with this, because it's got plenty of salt and pepper already in it, we don't have to put any more salt and pepper on top. But we do need to put salt and pepper on the inside of the lamb. So the CrossRay BBQ has got 2 burners on low and it's sitting around 250 degrees. And that's what it's going to be. So, before we start marinating the outside, what we'll do is just marinate the inside here. So a bit of olive oil, just like this, just inside, pour it in, and then give it a bit of a mix like that with your hand. So it lubricates the inside of your lamb. And then grab some salt and your pepper in the mix and just throw it in like that. We're also going to throw in some daphne, some bay leaves, probably 3 pinches you want. Just like that. Beautiful. Oppa. There you go. And then just wipe your hands a little bit and we'll put a couple of bay leaves in there. So we've got our bay leaves just here and we'll just put them inside there. They'll bring it, give it some beautiful aromas. So let's just clean up a little bit as we're going because it is quite a big piece of meat and we need the space. So there we have it. There we have our marinade that we made earlier, just like that. Give it a good mix and then just paste it like that. Look at that, beautiful. And that is the secret marinade for cooking a lamb on the spit. So we're going to replicate it now here. Make sure you've covered it all. So as you can see, I have turned it over with my great helper, my daughter, who's videotaping today. And we're now marinating the other side. Again, we're going to keep some of the marinade because we're going to be covering it and pasting it every, I'd say, half an hour. And that's what you normally do when you have a big full-size rotisserie on Easter or Christmas. So for today, we're going to experiment. And that was the challenge that was given to me by a friend. Love to see you cook a lamb in the CrossRay BBQ. Of course, it's too big to put on the rotisserie, but this is the alternative. The question is what it will turn out like. Who knows? So we've got our potatoes. We're going to put them on in about an hour and a half. We've got 2 burners on low, and now it's time to put it in. So what we'll do is, I've got a couple of spaces just in there to keep it off the grills. So we're going to put that in now, just like this. And there we have it. So I'm keeping it off the grill with a couple of spaces. And of course now, I'm just going to put the lid down and I'm going to leave it. Now, I'm going to check it in around 15 minutes because I don't know what it's going to look like. But I would say within about an hour and a half, it'll be ready to put our potatoes, and within 2.5 hours, we'll be ready to plate it up. And how we're going to plate it up? We're going to put that tray in the middle of the table and have a family feast. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm Jack the Greek and welcome back. It's been around an hour since we've had our beautiful spring lamb on the CrossRay BBQ. And there it is there. You can come in close and have a look. See how it's beautifully browning up on top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take it off and we're going to turn it around. So again, it's all trial and error. The challenge was there. Cook a full lamb in the CrossRay BBQ. It's around 7.5 kilos. Let's keep the lid down so we can keep the temperature. Now, how am I going to turn it? You can use tongs, but I think the best thing for me now is to try to use some towels. And there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. That's it. Very fragile now as it's cooking. And the key here now was to let the other side crisp up like it did, and then turn it over now to let the remaining side crisp up as well. So we're going to marinate this again, just like this, with the salt, pepper, oregano, and lemon, and olive oil, just like this. Beautiful. And again, when I'm going to be cooking it, every half an hour, grab the juices with your marinator brush and lubricate your meat. That, just like that. Lubricate it. There you go. Paste it, I should say. Beautiful. And look at that. There we go. So, in half an hour, I did say about 1.5 hours. It does need a bit more before we put the potatoes in. So what I'm going to do now is put it straight back in the CrossRay BBQ, just like this. And we're going to leave it there for around half an hour. Let the temperature come up again to around 250 degrees. And then we'll put the potatoes in. On the bottom of the tray, cooking amongst all the beautiful juices from our beautiful spring lamb. Coming close now, it's time to put in this. Now, what we're going to do is quickly just turn around our beautiful lamb, just like this. We're going to put it on here, and then quickly put it back in. And the whole purpose of this is it's very hot. So I'm going to use towels now, because it is a bit hotter than I thought. So here we go. We're going to put it back in just like this, with the body facing me. And that way, we can now put our potatoes. So we've had our potatoes here, we've pre-cut them, and all we need to do now is just pop them around, just like this, in the juices of our beautiful spring lamb. And this will take now probably another hour. So we're in the 1.5 hour mark of our cooking. We've been marinating it every half an hour. Coming close and have a look and see where I put the potatoes. Put them all the way around, just like that. Put them everywhere where you see the beautiful juices and lovely juices. Put some potatoes inside as well, now that it's cooked in there. And the rest of them, put them around. And the kids are going to love these potatoes, just like that. And the last thing we'll do is the marinade that we had, we'll just give it another paste just before we put it back in like that. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. All over it. Just like this. Don't forget this chest area, the neck. And then, of course, just put a little bit over the potatoes. But all the juices from the potatoes, and from the lamb I should say, are going to cook those potatoes and keep them marinated. If you want, put a bit of salt as well, just on your potatoes. You can see how hot it is. It's still boiling away and cooking while I've got the lid open. But we want to close it. So we're going to put the salt like that. Beautiful. There we have it. Excellent. And there we go. We'll put the lid down. We'll marinate that for another half an hour, one more time. And then in about an hour's time, we'll take it out and plate it up. Opa, you're back with Jack the Greek. It's just been around just over 2.5 hours now. It's been a bit longer than what we expected, but you wait till you see this beautiful spring lamb cooked entirely on the CrossRay BBQ. Yes, an entire full 7 kilo spring lamb, and there it is. I've had it resting for about 5 minutes now with the beautiful potatoes, all golden brown, and now it's time to bring it out and have a look at it. I bet you it's cooked right to the bone. Let's have a look. Opas. Look at this, it's very hot. Just be careful there. Opa. Look at this. Beautiful. I'll swing it round so you can have a look at it as well. It's still very hot. There you go. We've cooked it the traditional way, as you normally cook it on lamb on the spit, on a big rotisserie, with marinating it with lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper and oregano, and adding the potatoes. I have, though, had a little small trick up my sleeve, and that was I had to add a bit of water. So every half an hour I was adding about a cup of water into the tray to make sure that it doesn't dry out. And there we have it there. So now we can plate it up in a plate if we like, or we can leave it like that. The first thing I want to do is actually show you, and let's have a look to see. Look at that, look at that. Look at the bone. Look how it's just falling apart. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the front. Just coming off like that. Oh, bus. Look at that. Beautiful. And of course the back as well will just break off. So there's that one, and there you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. Just coming off like that. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, what you can do is you can carve off some meat just like this and put it on a plate. And then I think that's what we might do. So we've got a tray just down here. There we go. And if you want, this is how you'd plate it up. You'd slice it like this. Oh, look at that. Look how soft and juicy these beautiful pieces are. And come around here and look at this. Look at that. Look at the leg. Look at that. Just falls off. Who said Jack the Greek could not cook an entire lamb on the CrossRay BBQ? We cooked it in 2.5 hours. Beautiful. I'll keep cutting. I'm back in a minute. And there we are now. We're just going to put the potatoes at the front of the platter here. And there we go. Look at this. Beautiful. I made them a little bit thinner. Made them look like chips, just to get the kids excited. Beautiful. There we have it. We've got the chips there. And now we'll cut a bit more. If you look here, you can cut here the rib cage. Look at that. The stomach there. Call it the belly. Beautiful. And then, of course, you have the beautiful ribs. So what you do is, you cut a little bit more like that. Take that skin back. And then you have a look at the ribs just here. And let's see. This will be a good test to see how it's cooked. Look at that. Look at them just break off. And now, with the tongs, just go crack. Opas, did you hear that? That's exactly how you need to take off your ribs. And that tells you that you've cooked it all the way through. And we'll do it again. Come in a bit closer. We'll cut some more ribs, just like this. And all the way down. And get ready for the bone. You ready to listen to this? Opas! There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for watching Jack the Greek. I'll finish cutting this up, we'll plate it up, and we'll serve it to the family. Back in 1 second. So here we are. We've turned over the beautiful lamb just to show you what the other side looked like. We've cut up some here, some mezze with some potatoes to serve on the table. And here we have it. Our beautiful 7 kilo spring lamb, all cooked on our fantastic CrossRay BBQ by Jack the Greek in around 2.5 hours. The challenge was there, and I think we delivered. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jack the Greek. Obas.